AquaMethodPodcast. Nonconformist, positive nonsense. AquaMethodPodcast. Nonconformist, positive nonsense.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP, and you're rocking with me on the Aqua Method Podcast. And as always, you can find me on Twitter, Grasshopper GP, Instagram, Grasshopper GP, both of which spelled normally. No special characters, emojis, numbers, anything crazy like that. Grasshopper GP, Instagram, and Twitter. Send me an email at grasshoppergp@yahoo.com for any types of sponsorships, advertisements, or you just have something nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who watches and likes and views and checks out all my videos. I really appreciate it. Very, very much. And you are listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official, 3 S's is the YouTube account. Make sure that you have the notifications turned on. I don't know how all that works, but I'm sure you do, so make sure to turn on so you hear me loud and clear whenever I drop a video. I really appreciate it. And today I'm joined with a very special guest, a very good friend, Miss Michelle. How you doing, love?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. I really appreciate Michelle for rocking with me. It was relatively short notice. I think I text you. I sent you a message on Facebook. Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you came in, man. I really appreciate it. Like, see, a lot of people don't understand the difficulty of doing a weekly hour-long podcast. You know, they think, just turn the microphone on and you talk some nonsense and then you put it on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you put it. And the hardest part is not only the editing of it, but finding people who's willing to do it.
Oh,
that's the toughest part.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. My friend and I were trying to get YouTube videos going, costume tutorials.
Yeah.
And we just haven't had the time because it's kind of the same thing. You've got to record it,
right,
have the material, but then you have to edit it and then put it online.
Right.
And the girl who wants to sponsor us has been like, so you got a video yet? And it's like, well, no, because...
You already have a sponsor.
Issues. Kind of.
Well, that's cool.
One of the girls that we work for conventions is going to promote us.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
For y'all that don't know, Michelle is a talented cosplayer. She makes her own costumes. Her and a mutual friend, Miss Bridget. They are a team. What's the name of y'all team?
Cute Classy Chaos.
Yeah. Cute Classy Chaos. Check them out on Twitter, man. And what's the Twitter handle again?
Our Twitter is C3 Cosplay.
C3 Cosplay.
Yeah, and
that's
our
right.
Facebook is just Cute Classy Chaos.
Mm-hmm. And check them out there at all the conventions, all the comic book anime conventions and stuff like that. What's the latest one y'all been to since last time we recorded?
We were at SciFicon. We were guests there.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you got like flyers with your names on it and stuff like that?
Something like that. We had
That's
a booth.
Cool. That's cool.
So we did a lot of behind the scenes work. There with SciFicon, we did a lot of their promotional videos and stuff. And then in 3 weeks, we'll be in Dallas.
Okay. But
not as guests. We'll be panelists there, so we will be presenting a lot of really cool information.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Look at you.
And
Michelle's a big deal.
Yeah. We're pretty booked for the rest of the summer because right after ACON, then in the middle of June, it's BayouCon in Sulphur, and then at the end of July, there's Anime Austin in Austin.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. And then the week after that, it's MechaCon, and then the week after that, it's Anime Overload back in Austin. So we'll be very busy.
So you're bouncing from Louisiana to Texas a lot. Is there anywhere else? Or?
Yeah, we go. The furthest we've been is Chicago.
Right.
But
this year though.
This year, so far, this is the furthest we've been.
Okay.
We're looking. Cool. We were trying to go to Anime Expo, but those rooms are so expensive. Mm-hmm. It was like $500 a night.
Oh wow.
We were like, no, we'll wait. So,
where is that?
That one's in California.
Oh wow.
But we're probably looking at going to Georgia later this year.
That's cool. Yeah. Y'all having anything special for Louisiana Comic Con?
are also looking at doing that. We've asked them, reached out to them to be guests or panelists, and if not, we'll just be there attending. So either way.
I heard they're very slow to respond. Louisiana Comic-Con people, unfortunately, because I asked them to do see if I could do some sort of podcasting work, and I may be doing something, but not through them. A guy has a tent set up. He has a spot set up over there, and he's gonna let me put up a microphone and stuff like that. So
good.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, we'll all be there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But so you've been traveling. So you'll be traveling a lot. So what do you think is more important to you? Being a panelist, or what's the other thing you said? What's the other thing you're doing?
We also do a lot of guesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Because panelist sounds like a big deal. Sounds like you have your own manga series and you're talking about it, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Well, if you're a guest, you're kind of doing more work. You do panels and you judge the costume contest.
Okay.
So that's a little more important. But for Bridget and I, as long as we're involved, we don't really care.
That's good.
Yeah, we take what we can get.
Oh, of course, man. Do you get nervous?
Yeah. We just hit our 1K likes on Facebook today, so
congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
It's finally getting up there.
Yeah. So I mean, like when you're doing your panelist work, when you're talking to people, do you get nervous?
Yeah. I've become a little bit of a rambler
up
there. I have my papers, my note cards all nice and typed up and stuff the way they teach you to do it in school. Have your note cards.
Right.
And Bridget's there and she just takes them and she like throws them in the trash can. She's like, you don't need those. Just talk to the people. And I'm like, what? She's like, you know what you're talking about. Just do it. But Bridget's good at that because she's on the radio. Right. So she's naturally a talker. So. Yeah.
Well, no, that's good, man. That's good. I remember those days when we had to learn about impromptu speeches and what was the other one? I can't remember. But it's the one that you have to plan out for.
Yeah.
And I never liked the one you had to plan out for. I just rather just go off and see.
Some people are good at that stuff.
Just let it, like, if it fails, that's just how it was meant to be.
Like, my dad is a talker. He can talk about anything. Yeah. Like, just give him a topic, he goes.
Well, you seem comfortable with me on this microphone.
No, we've known each other. Not really talking to people.
Right.
Talking to you.
Yeah, good point. Good point. But I've gotten some new news about the reunion that's coming up in 2 months.
I saw that.
Yeah, you got see
they let me in the special group.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
They let you in there. But yeah, so it's in July. I plan on going, and I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, I asked the girl I went to senior prom with if she'd be my date to that.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if that we can work that out. But I thought that'd be kind of cool. 10 years. Since the last time we went out. That was the last time we saw each other. It was 10 years ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But we kept in contact through the magic of Facebook and stuff like that. So, yeah, I plan on going. You gonna bring your husband or what? If you go?
If I go, my husband will come with me. But he's not really a reunion guy. Like, he's not going to his high school reunion. But, he graduated. I think he said he graduated with almost 2,000 people. So there's not really anyone he wants to see that he's not still friends with,
Right. What kind of school did he go to?
He went to H.L. Bourgeois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he went to a really, like, a kind of big school. And I was like, well, I graduated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
we had like 300 or something.
Yeah, like, not that many. He's like, yeah, there's so many people, like, it's not worth him going.
He graduated with 2,000 people?
Yeah.
What was that graduation ceremony like?
I have no idea. It must have took forever.
You have to break that up. You have to, the A through F, G
One
through
day
P.
and then, yeah.
Yeah, no way, man.
I know, because he's an H, so that means that he had to wait all the way through.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way. But yeah, so it's outside of y'all traveling and stuff like that, what's anything else that's new with the cosplaying and stuff, or?
Not really. Bridget and I are doing the same thing. We work for the conventions, and there's a new convention coming to Lafayette.
Come on, really?
In November. It's called LAGFest. It's the Louisiana Anime and Gaming Convention.
Okay.
So it'll be
cool.
Very gaming focused and very cosplay focused, and not much on the meeting the voice actors like at other ones. We're talking about having like a lot of workshops to teach people how to sew and things like that, and then lots of game tournaments.
Okay, so it's tournament based. It won't be like an E3 or a PAX or something like that, where they'll be debuting new stuff.
Not quite yet. We're pretty small, but that's the point that we're gonna try to work towards.
Now you keep saying we, so you're part of it, or the development?
Yeah, Bridget and I are part of that.
How did y'all get started with that?
We work for the people who started this convention from a different convention. It's run by the people who do Anime Austin and Louisiana Anime, who used to work for IkiCon.
Okay.
So they have lots of, developmental goodness or whatever in them.
Well, that's good. So, what did you think that they saw in y'all to make them be like, we need these girls' input on?
I'd really like to know, because we got started with them 3 years ago at Louisiana Anime as volunteers. They just needed some help, and we said, yeah, we got some free time. And then the next year they said, hey, do you want to work for us? So we must have done something right.
That's good.
And then every year after that, they've been asking us to do more and more things for them. So I assume that I know on their staff, we're the only two people who live in Louisiana. The rest of them live in Texas.
Okay.
So we're really good for the community here in telling them what they need. But I assume otherwise they must think that we know a lot more than we really do.
Nah, I'm sure y'all they pick y'all for the best of reasons, and they know that y'all know y'all stuff, because it seems to me like y'all know y'all stuff.
We try. We're really good at guessing.
I mean, if you legitimately like something, then it comes natural. You can talk about it, work with it, know how to develop it and stuff like that. But speaking of developing, how do you feel about the anime community in Louisiana? You feel like it's growing, or has it been stagnant?
It's growing in its own way.
Yeah.
There's a lot more younger people rather than older people, and I think that's kind of hurting them in a way.
Really?
Because the way people are now is they don't want to share anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was younger, like you could message somebody and just be like, hey, how'd you make that? I need some help. And they'd be like, yeah, no problem. And here you go. Oh, would you like me to send you the pattern? And they'd be like, yay, share. Now you ask and they're like, it's none of your business.
Oh, man.
So, so now all the younger people, like I'm in the Louisiana community on Facebook, and it's the same people asking the same stuff over and over because nobody wants to help them. And it's like, I think if the older people would just open their little hearts again.
Yeah. What you think can be done to make that happen? Why you think? First of all, why you think that is? Because we had talked about that before in the other one.
And it's
people just not want to share.
It's pure elitism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone thinks that they're entitled to something that they're not, and everyone thinks they're better than everybody. And we're all doing the exact same thing. I mean, we all figured out through trial and error, so if we could all just get along, that would be great.
But do you think it's because these are competitions, right?
Yeah.
So people want to be the best, and they want to show their talents and make sure that they rise above the competition.
And that's true, but since Bridget and I are in charge of so many contests, one of the things that we look for is sportsmanship.
Okay.
And we make our judges look for that, and we inform our judges of anyone who is not being nice to the other contestants because it can hurt their score. So that's something that we're doing to try to change the view of people like that. We don't allow that sort of behavior in our contests anymore.
That's good.
So
how did you notice it? How did you see it before?
If you hang out with people backstage a lot, you'll catch on to the way they look at people or the little things that they say that they might not even know that they're saying, or sometimes they're flat out saying something bad about another costumer, and these are things that they might just be saying in the heat of the moment, but it's something that they have to learn from, not to be that way. And because I spend so much time online preparing for these things, I'm always looking at what other people are saying. So we do a special award now called the Cosplay Spirit Award, and that goes to the person who is the nicest backstage.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we let our volunteers give that out. So that's the people who are interacting the most with the contestants, the ones who are lining them up and fetching them water and stuff like that. And so the ones who are talking to them the most are the ones who are seeing who is actually the nicest. And so they get a special award to encourage everyone to be nicer to each other.
Well, that's good. I mean, that so the nice people, sincerely nice people, will already have a step up, and the people that generally aren't nice will at least fake it.
Right.
Make it a better environment.
Right.
Well, that's cool.
You'll at least pretend to be nice.
To
get our special trophy.
Right. Can I borrow some of that tape? I guess.
Right.
That's funny.
Exactly.
Where'd you get your wig? I don't. No, you know what? I got my wig from.
I got my wig from eBay. Even if it's a lie, they'll be like, right. Oh, thank you. Here's your award.
There you go.
Right.
But I meant in terms of actual anime and manga consumption. You think it's growing in this community?
In terms of that, probably, because you go to the to the bookstore now, and they have a pretty big selection, more than I had when I was younger. And you can come to the library, I think, and there's some manga lying around. And then Hulu, Crunchyroll, Netflix, they all have anime on them.
Yeah,
so
I just got Netflix, and let me tell you, I'm so mad that I've waited this long to get Netflix. Yeah, man, I might not even have cable coming on.
We don't have cable. Yeah. That's all we have is Hulu, Crunchyroll, and Netflix. Yeah. And it's straight shows and anime for us. So I think there's no reason that people can't see as much anime or read as much manga as they want to anymore.
Is there anything new you're looking at right now, or anything that's catching your eye?
We just finished the new Netflix original anime Ajin.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. Somebody
else told me about this. It was pretty good.
I don't like the animation that they use on it. It's not very smooth because they're trying to make it look like it's 2D, but they're actually using 3D animation. Yeah,
check it out then.
But otherwise, the stories are really good. Just you have to get used to the way that they're, doing the animation stuff. Yeah. The new Sailor Moon Crystal is out, and so I love Sailor Moon. That's what I'm on top of.
Right.
And we're it's older, but we just started watching it, Psycho-Pass.
Okay.
And that's really cool. I really love action-packed suspense thrillers, not really into the girly things.
That's cool. I'm glad you said that. So there is shonen and what is it? Shoujo?
The shoujo. Huh?
Yeah. So you like more of the shonen stuff.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Shoujo stuff is very typical. The same thing always happens.
Really?
Yeah.
What now? Why you think that is?
Well, because that's what girls want. Girls want to find, love, have the guy, have all the guys chasing them. So that's what they want. I'd much rather see everybody be brutally beaten up.
Yeah. Why do you think it is? This is a question I've been thinking about for a long time, even as a kid. Why do you think anime and manga characters, they always name their attacks?
That's a really good question.
They always name their attacks.
But it's true because I am watching a new series called My Hero Academia.
Okay, I heard of it.
Which it is so good, and obviously it's about people who have superpowers,
Yeah.
and they all have a name for their attack.
Wow.
But I don't know why.
Right.
But I read a theory a while back that the reason that that bad guys don't attack heroes while they're transforming is because the energy that they emit while they're transforming would disintegrate the enemy.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's a fan theory, but I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you walk into my sparkly light, you'll just blow
Yeah.
up. So you'll just stand in the back.
Might as well just wait until I'm done with this
let 'em do their
transformation.
thing.
But yeah, like I always thought that was funny. Like they make an attack, and they develop an attack, and then they do it, and every time they do it, they gotta announce it.
I know. You should just like sneak attack.
Right.
Boop.
I think Dragon Ball Z did a good job of parodying it with Gotenks.
Yeah.
When he maybe it was Trunks and Goten, but they were developing attacks in that I think it was a spirit chamber.
Uh-huh.
When they was training to fight, I think Majin Buu, and they just kept making up attacks and just naming them ridiculous things. Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
I always thought about that. Like I would develop my own characters and try to come up with attacks for them, and
Just,
try to come up with
it
names
just
and
seems
stuff
like
like
the
that.
thing you have to do
Yeah.
to make, yeah.
Did you so you like the action stuff? Did you like Dragon Ball Z back in the day or what?
A little bit. Dragon Ball Z was a little over the top for me.
Yeah. Well, why you say that?
I guess it was a little space. Like I like action things, but I do not like mecha or space anime. And that one was very spacey.
Yeah.
People die, they come back,
Yeah.
they go into outer space. Here's an alien.
Yeah.
And I'm more of the here's a gun.
All right, I can do
Here's
that.
my fist.
Yeah.
Like Ranma 1/2 or Rurouni Kenshin, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my husband loves mech anime.
Yeah.
And every time he's like, let's start a new series, and he turns it on, I'm like, oh my god, there's another robot. I'm going to poke out my eye.
So you're not a Gundam fan?
Gundam Wing, I was really into. But all the other Gundams, not particularly.
I got so confused. Like I remember whatever Gundam was playing on Toonami is what I was watching.
Gundam Wing.
So it was Wing then.
Yeah.
Didn't they have one called a character called Hero?
Yeah.
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. And then
there's so many of them. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, all the other ones, I was like, there's too many Gundams.
Yeah. Wasn't there one? Nah, I mean, I'm just asking you, just assuming that you know. Wasn't there a Gundam that like there was just like little chibi Gundams that could talk?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they had like little characters, and instead of like people going in them, they were the characters.
Probably. There's
know?
an anime about everything. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with mech anime if the mech isn't the main thing.
Okay.
Like Code Geass has mecha in it, but mecha's not the focal point of the series.
What's your least favorite anime? Least favorite, like you tried it and like, oh man.
I do not like Fooly Cooly.
Really? Oh man, they bring it back.
Yeah, actually, the first time I saw Fooly Cooly was like on one of the very first dates with my husband.
Yeah.
I went to his house and he was like, hey, let's watch some anime. And I'm like, yay! And he puts in Fooly Cooly, and it was like freaking felt like I was 20 hours of watching nonsense.
Right.
And I was like, is it ever going to end?
Like, where am I? What is this? What's going on?
What's happening?
Where did that robot come from?
Right. And then at the end, he's like, isn't that great? And I was like, no. I don't know. No.
It was only 4 episodes long.
I know, but it felt like forever for me. He's like, do you want to watch something else? And I was like, not if you're going to pick it. Yeah.
So Fooly Cooly is what's another one?
I don't like Azumanga Daioh.
Okay.
I don't really like funny things.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried for a second and I didn't really like it. Bo.
Oh yeah, I don't like that either.
It's awful. Nose hairs. This jelly man. Farts.
Yeah, like that One Piece. I don't really like One Piece.
Really? I like One Piece.
It's things that are funny to other people are not funny to me.
Yeah.
And that makes it really hard for me to get into funny things.
One Piece is sometimes it's really, really silly. It's really, really silly. Like there's no video camera, so I apologize. But they always do like this thing when they get scared.
You're right. Like it's like and to people that's like yeah, ha, 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 and to me I'm like why? So
I went to Barnes and Nobles right before I came here, and I was looking at One Piece, and it's still going on, man. I got like. Life gets in the way, man. I'm so far removed from One Piece. I'm so behind. It's a shame.
No, I'm behind on a lot of manga.
It's rough.
I mean, as an adult, it's expensive.
As an adult, it is expensive. It's very expensive. I mean, nobody's buying these books from me.
I know.
It's $10.
$10 a book, and you got like 30 books to buy. You're like, man.
Right, yeah. Right.
So, no, I totally agree.
You can't, and you shouldn't do it online if there is online manga reading, but
sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta, and even if you do, especially if you do it on your phone, it's just awful. It's just a rough read. It's very difficult.
You gotta zoom in,
and
then you get all confused where you're going.
Sometimes the translation is off too, and it's not right. It's not as the artist intended and stuff like that. And yeah, man. But yeah, it's tough being an adult, man. You can't read the books you want to read. You got to go to work. You know, you
to make the money, and you still can't afford the books you want to read.
You got to pay these bills. You know, I just want to read comics all day, man. What's the job I can do that at? I know. You know what I'm saying? That's a dream. Speaking of dream jobs, Bridget said that she had some voice acting experience. What about you? You ever thought about getting into that or what? With your foray into the conventions and stuff like that, you talking to people, you network, and I would assume that come up at least once by now.
No, when I was younger, I used to think that was like a really cool thing to do. Yeah. Voice acting is hard right now. Like at Louisiana, we hung out with a lot of the voice actors. Yeah. And all of them have second jobs now.
Really?
As well as anime is doing, English anime is not doing as well because everybody just watches it online. Mm-hmm. So dubbing things are not doing super well right now, so it probably would not be the best job to have at this time.
I heard that.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
And me personally, I don't like dubs. Yeah. I only watch subtitled anime.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I lose a little bit of it because I gotta read it. I can't see it.
And my husband and Bridget are both the same way. Yeah. They only watch dubs because they can do something else while they listen. They don't have to watch it.
Right.
For me, I don't like the voices of a lot of them.
Oh.
It's nothing against the voice actors because they're really nice people.
Right.
But when I just like the tone of the Asian voices a lot better.
And it syncs up with
it does. Like I'm rewatching Ranma 1/2 right now, and I watch the dub with my husband, but then when he's not around, I watch the sub. Okay. And it's like the voices just mesh so much better in the original than they do in the dub, and I'm like, how did I watch this as a child with no subtitles? It's killing me now.
That's funny. You was talking about we was talking about voice actors, and I just thought it made me think of Laura Bailey. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, there's definitely some awesome ones. I think Austin Tyndall is a super nice guy. Eric Cherry's a nice guy.
What they known for?
Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite voice actor used to be Brad Swaley, who did Catra and Gundam Wing, and he was in Death Note.
Okay.
So I
love Death Note, by the way.
I love Death Note, yeah. And so I used to love his English voice, but right now English is just tanking over people because everyone wants to watch it like right now, and you can catch the simulcast. So at the same time, it comes out in Japan, and so everyone's into that.
Yeah. The good people at IGN, they have a show called Anime Club, and they was talking about it, and the ladies, I think it was four. It's usually 4 women, and sometimes they have a guy with them, and they was talking about and it seemed really sad. It was like, we got to do something to make anime more profitable here. You know, like you were saying, so that people could get better jobs, voice actors and stuff like that. Yeah, I just we just gotta chill out on the pirating. You know.
Yeah.
Just buy it. You know, it's rough, but it's expensive, like we were saying. But you just go buy it, man.
And if there is a series that I really, really like,
yeah,
I will buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna buy every single series that I watch.
Yeah.
But like.
I mean, streaming is something. I mean, you're paying for something.
You are paying for the stream, right?
Yeah.
But I finished Your Lie in April, like almost 2 years ago, and as soon as they release that, I'm gonna buy it, and I don't care how much it costs. I mean, I love that show. So if I really like it, I'm going to throw the money down on it and just waste my adult life. But
that's how I feel that's how I rate movies. If I go to see a movie,
right.
if I feel like a movie is good, if I want to buy it, if I want to keep it, because there's no point in buying anything anymore.
Right.
Unless you just want to be a dinosaur like me, because I still buy DVDs. People tell me I'm weird for still buying DVDs.
No, I do buy DVDs. I don't buy... Like, as a teenager, I would see a movie, be like, oh, that was good, buy a DVD.
Right.
Now it's like, if I see a movie and I'm like, I will watch that another 3, 4, 5 times, then I'll buy the DVD.
Yeah.
So, just because it's good doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. It has to be, like, kind of really good.
Right.
But I'll still buy the DVD.
That's how I feel about Captain America. You into that kind of stuff?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was a good movie. I plan on buying that one.
Yeah.
I'm buying that one. Love
I did go see Civil War.
You did? Saw it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I saw it on opening day.
Oh, man, of course. Had to.
I do really like the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I'm so glad they're doing so well with it. And the Netflix, too. You into the Daredevil, Jessica Jones?
I am.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Marvel really knows what they're doing.
Yeah. DC is just playing catch up.
DC needs to learn a lot.
DC is playing catch up, and it's awful. It's funny because, like, I think a lot of people was really skeptical about Ben Affleck being Batman. I think he was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I think he was the best part of that whole movie.
It's just like, how many times do I have to watch Spider-Man become Spider-Man?
You're saying the same thing. Like, 5 different people have been on that microphone saying the same thing. I'm tired of seeing Batman's parents dying. Tired of seeing that Spider-Man.
Because that's all DC does anymore, is they just rehash the same stuff, and Marvel's just like, well, it didn't work, so next.
Right.
Oh, except that it did work because we know what we're doing.
Right. But they know what they're doing it now, since they have the rights to most of their characters back, and they're partnering with Sony for Spider-Man. I think that's awesome. That was he was in there for like a second, but that was a great part.
It was a good Spider-Man. That was the Spider-Man everybody's been waiting for.
Right.
Although I personally liked Tobey Maguire.
I like Tobey Maguire too.
Spider-Man, but
I like Tobey Maguire too. I was skeptical at first because I'm like, he's too goofy looking.
He does look like a little nerd. Like when he first opened his mouth, I was like, oh my god, why?
Right.
And then he kind of grew on me.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
I kind of felt like Tony Stark at first. I was like, you do talk a lot. But I don't read the comics a lot, so...
He looks like Robert Downey Jr. is a perfect Tony Stark.
He is.
Yeah.
He always brings something new to him. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I'm Team Cap. So
yeah? Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
sorry.
Yeah. No, I don't want a registration. No. Man, shout out to Michelle, man. I love Michelle a lot.
You people can come fight me. Team Iron Manners.
Iron Manners. Yo, man, it's so refreshing to have somebody on the show that can talk about stuff that I like, because I did a show and it's unreleased so far. It was just awful. It was so boring. I'm trying like pulling teeth. Like nothing. Oh man, so like, and we're already 33 minutes in, and it feel like it went by like that.
Oh, it did.
But but yeah, so if superheroes were real, you wouldn't want them to be registered. No, let them do their thing. Yeah.
Why would I? I mean,
the argument is compelling.
Why do I need to know who they are? They're doing good things.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah. things happen.
Whether I know your name or not, someone's going to die. Either the bad guy's going to do it or the good guy's going to do it. But
Right.
it depends. I mean, how many people do you save in the end?
Right.
Makes a difference.
Good point. Yeah.
So,
but then, like I said, the argument for registration and not registering superheroes is a compelling one because government should know that. Because I mean, these are Americans just going into other countries without like passports, anything, no clearance,
I mean,
nothing.
Yeah, they are, but
You know.
Sure. I mean, I guess they could register, but do they have to have orders all
Yeah,
the time? I mean,
yeah.
you're kind of tying their arms, and now more people
Right.
are getting hurt. And
Right. Because then, like, if you have registration, that's more bureaucracy, and then you got paperwork, you got paper pushers, and then that just slows down the process.
I mean, that's fine. So go ahead and figure out who, let everybody know who Captain America is
Yeah.
in the government, but
Yeah.
then still let him do his freaking job.
Yeah, let him do whatever
Who
he wants to
cares?
do. Yeah, as long as he's doing good things. Yeah, I'm
Right.
with you on that.
I mean, he's not like purposely going out and hurting people.
Right, trying to save people.
Right, it's an
Yeah.
accident. Bad
Yeah.
guys get in the way. Tell them bad guys to stop being bad, and things will stop
Right.
happening.
Right. And then spoiler alert, if y'all haven't seen the movie, there will be some spoilers in this conversation. Vision says, since Iron Man, since Tony Stark revealed himself to be Iron Man, there's been an increase of supervillain activity. I mean, that's not Iron Man's fault,
Right.
But he says like it's a natural occurrence when there's an offense that's more powerful. A superhero that has all this power, there has to be something to combat it. Just the natural order of things.
It is.
So like that's not Tony Stark's fault, but he was for the registration anyway. What I always thought was interesting was the fact that Black Widow has to be registered. I mean, I guess she's got a particular set of skills that set her apart from other women. You can't just put a skin tight body armor on her and make her. Anybody could be Black Widow, but I just thought that was funny.
She is an assassin.
Yeah.
It is strange to, register an assassin.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know who those are.
Right, or where they are.
Right.
And stuff like that.
That's the point of the assassin.
But yeah, you don't know where Hulk is. Like, what if he's just hulking out, just breaking shit?
He could be. But he's probably in a secluded forest where no one's around because
Right.
he likes to hide in those places.
And he has a track record of saving people. He has saved New York from aliens.
Yeah.
What if aliens just came out the sky? What you doing? You running? Like, how fast you running?
I probably am running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of creepy. Yeah, like they were trying to blame all that stuff on the, like, well, look, you destroyed New York. No, technically they didn't
Right.
destroy New York. Technically that alien did.
Mhm.
If you want to be technical.
They actually tied that in pretty well with Jessica Jones and Daredevil. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
They was talking about like this lady was, spoiler alert, this lady was really upset that superheroes was trying to save, in trying to save New York, a bunch of people died, including this lady's mom. So she blamed Jessica Jones because she has superpowers and stuff like that. I'm like, you can't do that. That's not fair to superheroes. Man, I wish I was a superhero.
I know I would have punched that lady.
Yeah. What would your power be if you was a superhero?
Sometimes I used to think maybe it would be invisibility.
Yeah.
So that way I could spy on people. But you talking about me? You are. But I'm really not sure because
Everybody says flying.
I don't know. I really don't like flying. I'm
Yeah.
scared of heights, so that probably would end up being my superpower.
Just your luck, huh?
Yeah.
That's an awesome. That could be a great series. Like you was bit by a radioactive eagle, but you're scared of heights, so you gotta fly. But nothing, no matter how fast you fly, how high you fly, you never break this fear of flying.
I know. I'm always scared.
Right.
Let me go. So I never fly like quite high enough. I just hover.
That's a bit
Sure,
awesome
why don't you
story.
fly higher? Because I'm scared.
Right. And there you go. You have a character. You have conflict. You have relatability. I mean, that's a $1 million franchise right there.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's great.
We brought up Death Note some time ago, like a couple minutes ago, and if you had that ability, would you take justice in your own hands like that or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to be on my bad side.
Right. But that's the thing. That's the argument, isn't it? Like when does it become? I just don't like you.
That's who I would start with.
I'm gonna give you a heart attack just because I don't like you.
Yeah.
And not because you're a rapist
in the third
or a
grade,
murderer.
you tripped me.
Right, heart attack.
Goodbye.
Heart attack. For those that don't know, Death Note is a fantastic anime and manga series about this boy who finds a magical notebook, and if you write a name in this notebook, you can control how this person is going to die, and it's going to be exact and it's perfect. If you don't put any rules on it, the person just dies of a heart attack. And it's the story of this person trying to do what in his mind is the right thing, and then there's another character named L trying to stop him, and there's a bunch of Shinigami, which is these spirits of the dead and stuff like that, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's all about moral integrity.
Yeah.
What's right for you isn't right for everyone.
When I was reading it way back, I was in high school when I think I knocked it out, the whole thing in high school, and I was rooting for Light, the main character of the series. I was rooting for Light, and I'm thinking to myself, am I a bad person? If I'm rooting for this guy, he's killing people. Like the right thing to do if you just want to be a moral, like just a white knight, moral, steadfast on the side of good and be like this perfect being, you would be rooting for L, right? But nobody's perfect. And if you had that choice, I was rooting for. I don't know if that was just a result of Light being the first person introduced. Like he's on the cover. He's the main character. He's the main character. Yeah. You know that. So
you kind of want to go for the main character. Nobody wants the main character to die,
right?
But
right.
or get captured or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I feel like, am I a bad person? I want him to keep killing folks.
But I mean, it's the way he was going about it. He wasn't like inherently bad. He just kind of became bad along the way.
Yeah.
I really like the live action movies. Those are really good. Yeah.
I heard there was one. I never saw it, but I heard it was good though.
Yeah, the first two are really good. The third one is.
There's three of them?
Yeah.
Come on.
The third one's all about L.
Okay.
So that one's okay. But
how close is it to the books?
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
The third one is just a very standalone. It's L's last days.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler. Should have said that first. But I mean, since we're already spoilering this whole part,
this is a spoiler cast, man.
Spoiler cast.
Right.
You just need like big spoiler at the beginning, like every 5 minutes, just spoil it.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
Anyway, so we obviously have come to the conclusion that L, died. Yeah. Well, before he dies, the third movie takes place in those days and what he does in that time.
Okay. And
so it's pretty cool because it just gives you that insight into his private life.
That's cool. So if you had those powers, you'd just be knocking out people, just taking them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people around here I don't like.
Right.
If I could get away with it, sure.
Man, that'd be cool. What other anime? Because that was I think that was a Facebook post or some sort of poll or something like that. What anime world would you most like to live in? I think Pokemon would be kind of dope.
I'd never grow up in Pokemon, that's for sure. I mean, Ash is still 10 years old. It's been like 30 years.
He hasn't aged at all, for real? Really?
For real, yeah.
I mean, over the course, it could have been a sliding scale. He doesn't have to go year for year, but he has to be at least 15 now. I mean, he's won a bunch of championships.
I know. He's still 10. Man. So, I mean, that could happen.
He's been on his own for a long time. He's been walking through all these countries for a long time, meeting a lot of people.
I was more of a Digimon fan than a Pokemon
Oh
fan.
man, I thought we could be friends. I thought we was cool. No.
It's too many Pokemon. There's only so many Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So, and the new Digimon movies are really good. So.
There's new ones.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I remember. I think I saw must have been the first one that came out. And I was good on that. I'm not cool with Digimon. I'm good on Digimon.
Yeah, now they're all grown up and stuff. It's great. So I was more of a Digimon fan than a Pokemon fan. My little brother was into Pokemon. He had like all the cards, all the like rare cards. We used to go to all those events to like collect. Yeah, like only at this location can you have this super special Charizard card, and we'd be there. So I was like, oh my god, this is too much for me. But I'd stand in line so he could have 2 of them because he had given mine too.
Oh, he's so nice. He's so nice. So Digimon, huh? Oh man, I'm never a fan. I don't know if that's my least favorite anime because I asked you yours. Bobo might be my least favorite one of all time.
Sounds like Digimon's kind of up there though. Like,
it's close. It's close.
At least a Digimon can talk to you and.
Yeah. Meowth can talk to you?
It's the only one. What if I don't have a Meowth?
Yeah, good point.
What if I have a Pikachu?
Then you just have to develop some sort of empathic communication with it. And like if it says Pika at a certain octave, that means good. If it says Pika at a certain octave, that means bad.
Or I could just have an Agumon who's like, "Hi, my name is Agumon."
Good point. Fair enough. So you're not a fan of Fooly Cooly. What else? Because I always do 4, 3, 2, 1, and you already did my standard issue one. So top 4 least favorite anime. Go.
Top 4 least favorite: Fooly Cooly, Azumanga Daioh.
Quick, easy.
I didn't really like Dragon Ball Z that much.
Yeah.
Except for that one movie about the Doom Tree thing. That was a cool movie.
That was a good one.
That was a good movie. So aside from that movie, sorry, Dragon Ball. And what else did I not like recently? Because those are all very old. Recently, we watched A Certain Magical Index, and I did not like that.
Really? You know what else I didn't really like? Code Lyoko. I remember one of y'all you didn't like it either?
No, it must be Bridget.
Okay.
Bridget's weird.
Okay, I did not like Code Lyoko, and it's not really Japanese, is it? It's like French or something. Right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that. What's it? That was another one I didn't really care about. Milk, something about milk. That little baby with the bottle.
What?
Like Milk Chan? Something like that. It was awful.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad I never saw
Chan,
that.
Something like that. Speaking of, I was in Barnes & Nobles before I came here. And there was one, I can't remember, it's like Monster Mufuni or something like that. And
okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah. I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing. But I looked through it and like, this is some X-rated shit. This is not for kids. Like I remember when I was a kid, and I would go to Barnes & Noble for manga. I would look through it, and some of them would be wrapped up, and those would be like the X-rated ones. You couldn't look at those. You had to buy it and you had to take it home. And I wasn't doing that, especially living with my mom. I wasn't going to do that. But now it's just out in the open and like just see humongous boobs, huge boobs, and like this guy was milking this lady.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, what is going on here? Like, all right, this is like I just flipping through it. Like I'm an adult. I'm 28 years old. What about a little kid? A little kid just seeing these huge juggers.
In high school, my brother actually got in trouble for bringing a Ranma 1/2 manga to school, and Ranma has boobs in it because the whole point of the thing is that you splash boy Ranma with cold water, he turns into a girl.
It turns into a girl, yep.
So occasionally there are boobs. Just so happens the one issue of the manga he brings to school has boobs in it.
Right.
And of course
Who snitched on him? Somebody snitched.
Yeah, one of his friends snitched on him. And so they called my mom.
Oh.
And was like, do you know what your son is bringing to school? She's like, yeah, manga. Those Japanese comics. And they're like, do you know what's in them? And she's like, no, I just buy them for my son.
Right.
And they're like, look, there's boobs in here. And she's like, everybody has boobs?
Yeah.
I mean, not really sure what.
And when was this?
When he was in Hawnville.
Oh,
yeah,
so
he was in
high
high school.
school.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's in high school. So she's like, what do you want me to do about it? I mean, he's in high school.
That's just I don't know if it's the South or just, just American education. It's just so repressed, man. Like in high school, he's a teenager.
Right.
We're teenagers. Girls got boobs.
And he's just reading
Right.
it. It's like, she's like, was he showing it to other people?
Right.
And they're like, no.
Was he being derogatory?
Was reading it. And she's like, okay.
Right.
Like, what should I do? He's reading a book.
Because he's going to read it at home.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that just reminded me of that.
Man, that's so funny. Oh, man. That's funny. So that's number 4. Number 3. Top 3 American comics.
Oh, that's hard because I don't read a lot of
Comic.
American.
Top 3 Marvel movies.
Okay, because I was like, I don't really read the comics, but I am into their
And that
their
includes,
movies.
I'm gonna include not just. You don't like the X-Men?
I don't know. I guess I just don't like their movies.
Yes, some of them are alright. I like the second one. I like X2, and I like the first.
I don't
class.
remember if it was the second one or the third one I saw, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I was in high school when it came out, so whichever one that is.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like,
Yeah.
like they're all right, but they're not the best. Kind of like the Fantastic Four movies are not the best.
Mm-mm.
But so X-Men's kind of like on that level.
Okay.
They spend a lot more effort on their other ones. So I really like Captain America. I don't care which one it is.
Yeah.
I love Captain America.
It's good. Yeah. I like number 2 the best.
Yeah, I think probably. And I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a great one.
And Deadpool was
Deadpool
so
was cool.
funny.
Deadpool was cool.
Like I say, I don't like funny things, but that's my kind of funny.
Right.
Like if you want to make me laugh, it's got to be like that.
Right. So that's cool. Number 2, if I give you $100 and you have to, and this is your only diet, these 2 fast food restaurants, where do they go? It's all you can eat until that $100 is done.
Domino's.
Yes.
And
Well, I would say Pizza Hut.
or Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut's gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
There used to be like this little stint in time
Yeah.
where their pizza was kind of weird tasting. I don't know what happened. They just kind of like.
When we were in high school, were you the type? Did you get the pizzas and stuff like that from Domino's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like dudes would get the whole box. I'm like, that's too much.
Oh yeah, I'd get like 2 boxes.
Yeah. You would get
but
2 boxes?
But we'd split them at the lunch table. There'd be
Okay.
like 8 of us,
All
and
right.
we'd split them. But yeah, we'd take turns every day and buy the.
Oh, that's cool. We had a pretty cool high school. We had Domino's as lunch.
Yeah, and
That's
they didn't have that at my husband's high school. They had the little square pizzas.
Yeah, yuck.
And he thinks those are so delicious. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? We had Domino's.
We had real Domino's.
Yeah, he's like, no, we had those square pizzas. And I was like, oh,
Yuck.
what's wrong with you?
It's not even real cheese, man.
I know, gross. So I would definitely be eating some pizza. I don't care. I love pizza. It's
Yeah.
my favorite food.
Absolutely.
And their new Parmesan breadsticks are so good.
Yep.
At Pizza Hut. Where else do I like to eat?
That's the only thing you eat now.
I know. Maybe it would be Chick-fil-A, although I really like Wendy's too. We can go to Wendy's because right now they got ghost pepper fries.
Yeah.
So
Wendy's.
we'll go with Wendy's.
Wendy's, and like that way you don't have to worry about Sundays.
Oh man, yeah. If I can't eat on Sundays, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
But Wendy's also has. I was thinking about Chick-fil-A because of the spicy chicken sandwich, but Wendy's also has spicy chicken sandwiches, so I'm still good.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm good.
Final question for this little series. If you could dress up your husband as any anime or manga character or video game character, who would it be?
My favorite anime character ever is Kamui Shiro from X 1999. So probably that. It's by Clamp, and Clamp has unrealistic features for men, which my husband kind of fits into, which is like super tall with really long shoulders and then like no waist.
Right.
So they're kind of like triangle shaped.
A
lot of people don't fit into that category, but my husband is like 6'4" and like broad shouldered and then like so he'd probably be really perfect for that part.
That's cool.
I really wanted when Bridget and I are going to do Dynasty Warriors eventually, and we really wanted my husband to be in that group and like do Lu Bu, so that would be really cool too.
Okay. That's cool. Well, we are at an hour. So before we get out of here, tell people where they can find you and your cosplay team.
You can find us on Facebook at Cute Classy Chaos. Bridget likes to say it, chaos. We're on Twitter as C3 Cosplay, and my personal Instagram is Sanctuary Memory. It's private, so you have to request me.
Yeah.
Because I don't like creeps.
Have you met any creeps?
Not recently.
Not recently, so you have at some point.
Yeah,
Tell that story.
There used to be somebody at MechaCon who would, I used to I cosplay as Sakura from Naruto, and so there was this guy who would cosplay as Sasuke.
Okay.
Which is cool for me because that's my favorite Naruto pairing in the world.
Okay.
I totally think they belong together, and obviously they do because they're married now.
Right. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler! Sorry, I am the spoilery of unspoilers. I mean,
They have a kid too.
who hasn't finished Naruto yet?
Right. Well, I had it like it was just like One Piece. Like I stopped at a certain point and it just kept going. So I never got back into it, but I do know about the
That's kind of
future,
what
though.
happened. I didn't read the middle.
Right.
I just read the end.
Right.
I was like, "Ooh, it's over," and I read the end.
Right.
Anyway, so, but this was like way back when I was like still in college and stuff. So
Before the husband.
Before the spoiler.
No, before your husband.
Yeah, before my husband and
Okay.
before the spoiler.
Okay.
And this guy would always follow me around. Oh, Sakura, and I'm used to being called by my character. That's cool. And he'd always be like, "Where are you going?" Down the hallway.
Right.
Can I come with you? Sure. Now where are you going? Down the other side of the hallway. Can I come too? I guess.
Yikes.
And then one day he cornered me in the hallway and he was like, "Hey, are you gonna go out with me?"
That's
And
his
I was-
voice for real?
Yeah. I was like, "I don't even know your real name. Like, is your name Sasuke? Because I don't know who you actually are." And he's
Right.
like, "That's okay." And I was like, "No, it's not. Bye." So,
And that was it?
yeah, I never saw him
Oh,
again.
that's good. That's good.
At least I got rid of him, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he used to really follow me
Oh,
around.
man, that's crazy. Well, I mean, it's cool to have an admirer, I guess.
I guess.
You think he was attracted to you or to your cosplay?
Maybe my cosplay, because I literally don't know if he knew my real name.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, this went on for like several years, like
Yeah.
at the convention. So I was like, seriously, maybe if we knew each other.
Oh, wow, several years? So like every time he saw you?
Yeah.
Did you always dress up as Sasuke? As Sakura?
A different version, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like 6 different Sakura costumes. Like
Okay.
every time she had a new outfit, I had a new outfit.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
But
But that'd been something if you would have dressed up as Sailor Moon and he was still calling you Sakura.
yeah, that's kind of weird. Like
You know what I'm
he
saying?
really thought that was my name.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Though I was like, I don't know your name,
Right.
so this is gonna be awkward.
If I feel like I can't trust somebody, I do give them a fake name.
That's smart.
Absolutely. I met this lady. I used to work with this girl, and her mom came in. I didn't know it was her mom, and she was just like really aggressive, and she just kept looking at me kind of weird. So I told her my name was Enrique. I told her my name was Enrique, and then because like she had these big blue eyes, and she was like really like in like there's like a space, a personal space, you know.
Yeah.
Unless there's a attraction there, a mutual attraction, I don't want you in that space.
No, of
you
course
know
not.
what I'm saying? So she keeps getting closer and closer, and like getting like really too close to me. So I just said like I don't know what's up to say, and she was older, you know what I'm saying? So it was like she was probably like in her 50s, you know. So I told her my name was Enrique, and the girl I work with said like that's my mom. You told my mom that your name was Enrique? I'm like, yep. I did.
Sure did. Your mom was creeping me out.
But she was creeping me out, man. So I said, my name's Enrique. So I haven't seen that lady in a long, long time. But when she would see me, she would say, Enrique.
Oh,
even though she
that's
knew
funny.
my real name.
We're probably about to get a lot of that at Joann's. There's a new policy now that in order to be more friendly, we have to ask the customer what their name is.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Write it on a piece of paper and make them take it to the register, so that way the cashier can also call them by their name. So,
oh, man.
I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot of fake names. Hi, welcome to Joann's. What's your name? Why?
I can imagine that. Well, you're a pretty girl, so
thank you.
A pretty woman, I should say. So that might, but I feel like a dude, any dude, a handsome dude, ugly dude, don't matter. If a dude asks a lady, I'm gonna just make the assumption that the majority of the clientele is women.
Yeah.
Just asking for their name, they're gonna be creeped out.
No, probably.
They're gonna be creeped
I
out.
get creeped out just going into like Bath and Body Works and they ask me for my email address.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want people into my stuff.
Right,
And they're
yeah.
like, it's for coupons, and I'm like, I don't care. It's fine.
It's all bullshit too, and then
Yeah.
they just flood your email.
Right. It's like,
You
I
don't
don't
want
want to
that.
give you nothing.
Yeah, you don't want that. But that's see, and like I know we're going a little over time, but I'm gonna wrap this up real quick.
Sure.
You like your job at Joann's, I'm assuming. Yeah. But like that's the thing about retail, man. Don't like it. I don't like these little rules that they make you do.
No, I hate the little rules that they come up with.
I hate them.
The ones that, and they only last a couple of months, and then they're like, oh man, that was a stupid idea. And I was like, duh.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because they come up
Yeah,
from
man.
people who've never worked in a store before,
Right.
so they have no idea.
Right.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like, why are we doing that? And they're like, because we're trying to be more friendly. And I was
Right.
like, that's not friendly, that's creepy.
Right.
They're like, no, don't you want to know your friend's name? And I was like, yeah, my friend, not
Right.
the customer.
Right.
Not their friend.
We're not gonna hang out.
Right.
Could you imagine?
And that makes people feel so bad, especially like your repeat customers.
Mm.
Now you're gonna ask them their name.
I didn't think of that. Like you should know that by now.
Right, like you don't know my name. I've been shopping here for 20 years.
Right.
Oh my god. So this is just gonna end badly.
Yep. Well, any other news, convention news, anything else you want to get out before we go?
No, we're good.
Yeah.
We said everything, but I'm sure there'll be more next
Yeah.
time.
See, because you're on a whole, you're on a tour.
Pretty much.
So when's a good time to get you so we can get all this, all the news and your adventures? You say booked up till summertime.
Yep. We're not taking a break until August, but I mean, in between there, we'll have done several shows,
Okay.
so anytime will be fine.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna try to get you back on here in August and see what you and Bridget have been doing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Shout
I think
out.
we'll have done like 6 different shows.
Yeah. Love having Michelle on the show. She's a lot of fun. This hour went by really, really quick. I swear to God, I had a person on the show, and it was 15 minutes. I'm like, yo, I done said everything I had to say. I don't know where else to go.
That's what I feel like when I'm at the gym. Like, oh man, this warm up feels like it's taken forever and only 5 minutes have passed.
Right. Oh my God, I'm tired. But yeah, like I always say, y'all can always find me, pretty much always. You can find me at Grasshopper GP, Instagram, Twitter, Grasshopper GP spelled normally. Send me an email at grasshoppergp@yahoo.com for any types of sponsorships, advertisements, or if you just have something nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. You're listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official. 3 S's is the YouTube account. Only 3 S's in the YouTube account only. The rest of them are spelled normally. I hope I don't confuse you. I'm sure I do. This is the AquaMethodPodcast. Your boy GP, my good friend Michelle. Anime is awesome. Check it out. Support it. And y'all be good.